absolutely love the swirls. You guys know all about the swirl life. We've got you guys believe the fall is just about here? Where I am, in my mind, it's like already fall. I am all about the fall life, and Clear Jelly is also helping you guys prepare for fall because they have released their fall plates this year, which I'm so pumped to share with you. They came out with 2 wrapping paper plates this year. They call it Fall Paper Singing in the Rain. I love when they do these wrapping paper images because it would cover any sort of nail, whether it was little or big. They also pull some of the images over here so you could do some fun accent nails with it. I love when they include words on their plates as well. These are my favorite elements to these plates though. These little cuticle accents, I think of them. When I look at them, I think of cuticle accents anyway. But you could easily do these like up the side of the nail or like as a French tip. There's a lot you could do with these type of ones as well. The next plate that they came out with is CJS 133. This again is the fall paper, but it's called Happy Fall. I love this because of all the different leaf images down here. I feel like this one definitely screams fall. This is my favorite image here though. I think that would be so fun to use. I love how they have these little images on the side too. Those are my favorite part. This plate I think would be a staple come fall. This is CJS 135. It's called Autumn is Here. I love the leaf images on here, especially these ones. If any clients that are specifically wanting autumn or leaf type of images, this would be a really good one to have. There's some little fun critters on it as well. Love this little pumpkin. I like how it's not so Halloweenish, but this one I think would be a staple come fall. This one is called Foxy Fall, so it is a fox themed plate. I do really like that they have some of the swirl accents. You guys know I'm all about that life. The chevron's really nice, and this would be great for any of your clients that have smaller nail beds. This would fit some larger nail beds too, but compared to some of the other bigger images on the bigger plates, this one is more designed for the small plate. CJS 137 is Whimsical Fall. I love this. I absolutely love it. I'm not sure if it's the tones that they picked for the example layout or what, but I just love the prints on here. To me, it seems very vintage. I love these images down here. You could easily incorporate these into some fall floral nails. This one I think is just really fun. This one I think would also be another staple. This is their Harvest plate. I love this image right up top here. I think this would be fabulous for different fall full nail accents. I love the pumpkins. I do love like the corn. And I also think this is beautiful. I really, really like what they did with this plate, and it's something that unique that I haven't seen from other brands or anything that Clear Jelly has really come out with before. This is CJS 141 Splish Splash, so it is an entire rain themed plate. I really like this one as well, specifically this image here. I don't know what's pulling me about that one, but I do really, really like this one. Then we're getting into 2 collab plates. So the first one is Pick of the Patch. This is a collab plate with Carlia from Naturally Vogue Nails. I love, love, love the plaid. I think you'll get so much use out of that all year round, not just fall. I mean, I definitely think of plaid for fall, but you could easily change the colors in here and make it more spring looking or make it more winter looking. There's a lot you could do with these patterns up top here. Love these pumpkins with all like the little swirls. You guys know I'm all about the swirl life. You could easily put these in like the corner of nails. I think this is such a fun plate, and I love how you can customize the faces with the different hats. I think there's a lot you could do with this one. Then we come to my collab plate, you guys. So this is Talia's Pumpkin Patch. I really liked the idea of doing some fall florals. You guys know how I feel about florals. Okay, one thing you guys will notice about this plate is there's no outlines for any of the images, which I'm digging right now. But what I really like about this plate, in addition to the fall floral clusters that we have going on, there's 2 things that I really like. I love the little truck. I think that's so fun. But the pumpkins can easily be incorporated into your different fall florals, which is something that I'm seeing a lot of when it comes to home decor for fall. I absolutely love the swirls. You guys know all about the swirl life. We've got some of the really small accents that I like to call cuticle accents, but this is something different from Clear Jelly that we haven't seen before. They designed these plates a little bit different if they're a little bit more advanced. So instead of having the images kind of all over the plate, what they've done in this one, if they've kind of categorize them. So it's not so hard to kind of find what images you're looking for to do some more advanced step-by-steps. I'm really happy that they did this because I know sometimes when you look at plates, for example, this one, when you look at plates, this one, you can kind of, the scarecrow one, you can kind of do what you want with. So it is good that it's kind of all over the place, but for images such as these, you kind of want them to stay together so they end up looking like this. So I have two fun things that I'm gonna do with this plate today. I'm gonna do a little bit of a tutorial for you guys and show you some ideas on how I would use this plate, but I also have a giveaway. I have 3 of my collab plates that I'm gonna be giving away. So stay tuned till the end of the video and I will tell you the details on how you can enter this giveaway. And I wanna do some fall florals, showing you guys how you can use this. So I pulled some colors from Coco and Claire that I thought would be fabulous for this nail design, and I will go through them in the tutorial. I also pulled sort of matching stamping polishes. Again, I will go through what all of these are, and then I did want to throw in a little bit of pink just for the floral accent. To start off with, I'm just going to load my tips on this tip stand, and you can get these from Clear Jelly Stamper as well. The color I decided to use for the accent pinky nail is going to be this gold. It's number 28 from Coco and Claire. All the gel polishes are from Coco and Claire, which you can get on the CJS site as well. I find that these apply pretty nice, but I do find with any glitter gel polish, it does need a few coats to build it up to the opacity that I prefer. So after I've cured that, I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Now you could have stopped at 2 coats with this one. I think it did look pretty opaque, but I decided to go in with a third one to just fill in some of the gaps that I wasn't loving. But keep in mind that when you're applying gel polish on natural nails versus on these tips, it does apply quite a bit different too. As soon as I saw this color, I knew I had to use it. It is number 11, and it is this beautiful, rich, deep burgundy wine color. This one, I was pretty impressed with the application of it because a lot of times with deep, rich colors like this, it takes about 3 coats for it to not look super like washed out. I only did 2 coats on this, and I was fairly happy with how it came together. I use cream colors similar to this number 57 often as the backgrounds of the main focus of my nails, and I decided to do this on what would be a ring finger and a middle finger because I wanted that to be the primary focus of this nail design. I knew I was going to do my floral embellishments on top of it. I also liked the application of this color. I found that it was super creamy. With the practice tips being a cream color already, it was hard to tell if I really needed 2 coats, but I did 2 just in case. I decided to go with number 23 on what would be the pointer finger, which is a nice taupey brown color. I did find that this needed 2 coats for sure when I was applying it. I was torn between using this color or a nice rich green, but when I visualized the entire design as a whole at the end, the brown is what kind of stood out to me a bit more. This is completely a side note. This is not related to the demo at all, but I wanted to show you guys this organization system that I put in place at my nail desk. This sits in the cart that sits right beside my desk, and it has everything I need for stamping in it. I've got a white folder that I got from Nail Techniques. I've got a polish bottle with nail polish remover in it. I have all of my big blings. I have my double-ended stampers. I have my stamping pads, as well as a clear case at the back here that holds my gloves. And I do wear gloves when I do stamping because the black gets everywhere. Now, the big container everything sits in is from IKEA. This one that holds my gloves is actually from Winners, I believe, or HomeSense, and it's from a brand called Box. And same thing with the box that holds my clear stampers. It is also from the Box brand. I was finding that my stamping stuff was just getting all over my desk, and it was such a mess when I was working on clients, so I decided to implement this organization system to help alleviate that, and I love it. I just pull this out, sit it on my desk, and I'm ready to go whenever I'm doing stamping on my clients. The stamper that I'm going to use today is the double-ended stamper because we're going to do a lot of precision stamping with small floral embellishments. This is my preferred stamper whenever you do that. Make sure you're removing the blue film when you're stamping. I know a lot of you guys know that, just in case you're new to the stamping world at all. We're also going to remove our dispersion layer because the gel polish is going to leave behind a film that has not fully cured. Don't worry if there's some pigment that's coming off as well. That's going to happen. That is part of the dispersion layer in the gel that did not cure.
This would be one of my top 10 stamping polish recommendations. It is number 51. It is a beautiful gold color. I'm going to use this for the swirl design that I would put on the would-be thumb finger. Now, when I was stamping this, I missed getting some of the free edge one, but that's okay because I'm going to show you guys how you would fix that. So just put your application of your polish on the stamping plate again, swipe, get it on your stamper, and just lightly push right on the tip where you want the rest of the image to be. It doesn't have to be perfect, but at least it'll cover that little mistake up that you made. I like the idea of incorporating the words on what would be the pointer finger of this nail design. And I also wanted to tie some more gold elements into it by using the gold polish. So you're going to stamp these separate. You're going to stamp the hello first, and if you get any excess polish on the stamper where you don't want it, I just use my gloves to take it off. And I wanted this to kind of be at an angle, just like the picture that it comes with. I decided to use some of this bright burgundy red to do the fall. Now, this color that I'm using, number 55, I don't think I shook it up enough because it's usually a little bit more pigmented than it actually came out in this nail design, and I end up switching to a different red down the road for the rest of the red elements. I wanted to do the entire design using my collab plate, but I absolutely loved this Autumn is Here plate and the leaves that were on it. So taking some of 84, which is a very similar color to the Cocoa and Claire cream color, I'm going to stamp some leaf embellishments just along what would be the cuticle. I'm going to use number 84 as well as number 51, that gold, just to incorporate some more of that gold because I love it so much. Moving on to the floral elements of this design, I'm going to take number 75, which is a really nice rosy pink color, and I'm going to do a bunch of floral elements around the tip of this particular nail. So all I'm doing is stamping different types of flower embellishments, kind of overlapping depending on the color, and I'm doing the outsides of them first. Of course, I'm going to add some more of that gold in because I wanted to make some gold flowers on this design as well. The green polish colors that I'm using are number 38 and number 61. Number 61 is my hands down favorite. It is this beautiful, like, shimmery green type of color. I was having a little bit of problems with my pinky finger staying on this stand, so I ended up just taking it off for when I was stamping on this particular nail. All I'm doing here, though, is adding some leaf embellishments to this nail design. Our next step is to add the black centers to our floral images, and this particular plate is covered with black centers, which is great. You could easily just take a dotting tool and do something similar, but I kind of liked how these looked a little bit jagged and they fit perfectly with the different flowers I decided to use. This is taking it just one step further, but I decided to add some gold embellishments inside those black centers just to break them up a little bit. I did want to show you guys how you use these layered images. So we're going to start with the leaf. I decided to use the two leaf colors in combination together. So you just put them on the image like this, swipe, and then it'll kind of combine them a little bit, which gives it kind of a different effect to the nails as well. I like that this plate has the guidelines so you know exactly which images go with what. The only thing is that they are etched, so they do show up on your stamper and you just have to take your glove and remove them. I've also seen some people use their scraper to remove the lines as well, and that seems to work really well. But because we use so many solvents on our plates, this is the best way to get a guideline for the stamping images. We're going to go in now and stamp with the light color first for this floral design, because if you were to stamp with the dark color and then go over top of it the light color, it might not show up as nice. Sometimes it works just depending on the shade that you've picked. This particular floral part of the design is just a little off-centered from the last one, and so then all the little jagged edges kind of line up a little bit. Once you do your centers, I feel like this really pulls this floral image together. You could totally stop here and this could be your nail design, but I really like applying some floral embellishments to the cuticle area as well. So I'm going to take some of that gold that I can't say enough good things about and start that being my first flower. Then I'm also going to go in and use some more of that pink as well as some of that red and complete this floral image by doing the exact same things as I did on the other nails. Your florals first, then your greenery, and then your black centers. And once you put the greenery and the black centers on, it really just brings this nail design to life. Let's talk about some tips and tricks for stamping while I have you guys here. So with the clear jelly stamper plates, they are kind of considered a more advanced stamping because you're doing a bunch of different layers. Some of my most basic and easiest tips are to make sure that you're working with really good stamping polishes. The reason that I love clear jelly stamping polishes so much is because they are highly pigmented, they dry really quickly, which is the two things that you want when it comes to stamping polishes. And the consistency between all of the clear jelly stamping polishes is the same. I know that when I'm picking up a CJS stamping polish, it's going to work really well, which is why I love them so much. You also want to make sure that you are working fairly quickly. You do want to make sure that when you're stamping with your stamper that you're rolling really quick across the image and you're placing it exactly where you want it. Also, another tip of mine would be to make sure that you don't have a fan on or anything that's going to cause your polishes to dry a little bit more quickly. Also, I do, if you guys notice, when I'm scraping, I do push down to the center of the stamping plate because you want your stamping plate to be super flat when you're working with it. If any of you are struggling with stamping, hopefully those tips and tricks help you out, so make sure you give them a try. So this is what the design looks like. It would look really nice matte, but I did decide to go in with a shiny top coat because you guys know that I much prefer a shiny top coat. The one that I'm using is also from Coco and Claire. It is a tack-free top gloss, which is my preferred top glosses to use. And when I'm covering over top of a heavy stamped image like this, I do like to do 2 coats of it. And this is how the design turned out. I love that I was able to incorporate some fall florals, some lettering, some swirls, some glitters, all the things that I love just by using mainly this stamping plate as well as the Autumn is Here plate because it's got some fabulous leaves on it as well. I hope this video helped you guys because I've been wanting to do some tips and tricks with you. And if you watched this video, I hope that you took some tips and tricks for clear stamping away from it as well. So I will have a link in the description box below for where you can get my collab plate from Clear Jelly. I also have a discount code from Clear Jelly as well. It is just Talia and it will save you 10% off your entire order.
Okay, if you guys have stuck around this long, that means you're interested in the giveaway. The giveaway will be open to anyone. You don't have to be a certified nail tech. It'll also be open internationally as well. What you guys are gonna have to do is you have to make sure you're following Clear Jelly on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, which I hope you guys are. But also, I want you to comment in this video and tell me what are your favorite fall designs or what you're predicting to be trending nail designs. So whatever you're kind of thinking is gonna be popular this time of year. Comment below either one of those 2 things and that's all you have to do. You'll be entered to give away. I will leave this contest open up for a week. The giveaway will be open until the 13th at noon my time. I will pick some winners then, probably around nap time is when I will pick them. And I will notify you if you're a winner. So there's 3 winners for it, open internationally, open to everybody.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Make sure that you're following me on all of my social media and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!